The next question is for Josephine. What do you feel needs to be done to create more progress in developing alternative fuels in the United States, and what do you think is the most promising avenue to follow?
I believe the Barack Obama plan to invest heavily into alternative fuels will be the solution that is needed. We believe that he plans to invest up to $50 billion per year in development of clean energy and green jobs, which will help lead to the mass implementation of alternative energy that is needed. In addition, he proposed spending over $150 billion over 10 years in just research and development on these renewable energies so that the best technology is available.
You're fine, Nick. I just coughed again. I got a cold. Are you through?
I'm done.
Okay. John, 90 seconds.
Okay. Basically, John McCain's got a very rigid policy on this. Firstly, yesterday the IMF came out and said that basically ethanol is ineffective. Not only that, it's detrimental to the world economy. Now, McCain is putting a lot of emphasis on a few different programs, which not only would help with fuel, but more importantly would help with making the way that we use fuel more efficient. Firstly, John McCain supports clean coal. Barack Obama and Joe Biden they're not really sure what they support. Joe Biden said they don't support clean coal. Barack Obama said they did, so I'm still trying to figure that out. But in any case, though, John McCain's policy is very simple. One, we're going to have a $5,000 tax credit for every single American who buys a flex fuel vehicle. More importantly, we're going to give heavy tax credits to any corporation which is going to produce these cars in hopes that by 2012, 50% of American vehicles will be flex fuel, so we'll be able to use the fuels that we already have along with other productive forms. Now, John McCain also supports alcohol-based fuels. These are much more effective, safer to produce, easier to produce, and more importantly, less detrimental to the economy. Ethanol is terrible. It leads to large subsidies for farms. Next thing you know, the whole economy and agriculture is in a general economic downturn. But most importantly, the big thing that John McCain is pushing for is that clean coal and also a $300 million prize, basically, for the first company that can come up with an effective battery-powered car. We have the technology. The car will be able to run basically at 70% efficiency right now as opposed to what we're currently running on. It would up gas mileage to over 60 miles per gallon. This would be done by 2012, and basically we'd be able to use effectively the fuel that we have. It's going to take a long time to convert, but Brazil was able to do this in about 3 years. They went to about 70% of their cars being flex fueled, a lot of them also being very environmentally friendly due to other additions.
Thank you. Josephine, 30 seconds.
Well, it seems like McCain's plan is comprehensive. Under further analysis, you can tell it is not the solution we need. The $3 million prize that John Jensen just mentioned is not nearly enough. $3 million for a battery car, that is not enough investment that we need. That will not be able to substantiate the research that we needed for battery cars and other fuel-efficient cars. In addition, John Jensen claims that ethanol will have a detrimental effect on the economy. The opposite is true. For the use of ethanol, farmers who are currently will be able to use their product to turn to ethanol, and they will be able to economically benefit. In addition, clean coal, Barack Obama has supported clean coal. However, we do support more limited use of clean coal when we are trying to achieve the goal of energy independence, which will be difficult to achieve through the use of non-renewable resources such as coal.
I'm afraid your time is up. The next question goes to John. John, the United States transportation system is completely oil-based. You know, our automobiles run on gasoline. Our cars are built for gasoline. We have gas stations where people can fill up with gasoline or diesel fuel. How would we go about converting the United States transportation system to something that doesn't run on gasoline and oil-based products?
Well, I think the first step kind of leads back to what I was just saying about the $300 million, not $3 million benefit that would be paid to corporations to produce a battery-powered car. But basically, we need to focus on flex fuel vehicles. It worked in Brazil. They went from 5% total vehicles being flex fueled. In 3 years, they went to 70%. Now, at the same time, we'd also cut the corporate tax rate from 35% to 25%, which in turn will make it cheaper for corporations to operate within the U.S. and also be able to put more money into research and development. John McCain is focusing about 10% of profits, which we'll make off of taxes and whatnot, into research and development of these programs. Basically, right now, the technology is there, but we just have to find ways to make it efficient and effective and affordable for companies to be able to produce these things inside of the U.S. The last thing we want to do is ship American jobs overseas just so that our economy can go green. But John McCain has a dedicated plan to making the U.S. the world leader in green technology. He's set forth plans to both boost our American education systems, dealing with environmental science and other such things. And more importantly, he's going to work with chemistry, schools focusing in chemistry, biochemistry, and other such majors to basically boost the number of people going out and becoming entrepreneurs in this field. But the key thing is the tax cuts. We give tax incentives to corporations developing the programs and technologies. We give tax cuts to Americans who go out and purchase them. And hopefully that will not only drive the economy, but at the same time it will help America become greener and cleaner.
Okay, Josephine, you have 90 seconds for a rebuttal.
Obama's plan will also focus more on increasing the fuel efficiency of cars. Right now, Obama has supported a 52 miles per gallon fleet-wide standard by 2026. However, John McCain has only said that he's open to innovation, increasing these standards, and has not set much more clear standards. In addition, Obama will work to improve the public transportation system in the United States, including using of buses, railroads, and subways, and moving these public transportation systems to hybrid, electric, and other forms such as biodiesel. In addition, John Jensen mentioned the importance of keeping jobs in the United States. Barack Obama clearly supports us with his creation of 5 million green-collar jobs, which will be in the United States and does benefit our economy.
John, 30 seconds.
Just as a quick rebuttal to that, John McCain does actually have very strong stances on emissions, and these are them right here. By 2012, we'll return to pre-2005 levels, 18% above 1990 levels. By 2030, we'll be down 22% below the 1990 levels, and by 2050, we'll be 60% below the 1990 levels. John McCain's outlined that. It's right on his website. You can go check it out later. He's dedicated to protecting the environment. He's also dedicated to making sure that these green-collar jobs do come to the U.S. But you can't get companies to bring jobs to the U.S. if it's too expensive for them to pay American workers and pay taxes. So what we're saying is cut the taxes and cut the spending of the federal government, and maybe we'll be able to bring some jobs back.